The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to start putting IK handles in the arm and also in the leg. As you can see from the example one here, I've already got them in there, but we're also going to put in some foot controls. So for instance, you can see that I have these nerve shapes here, and what I can do is I can select this nerve shape, and it also influences the IK handle. So I can move the foot up and down. I can also rotate the foot controls here as well with the toe. And same with the heel as well. I can rotate that to kind of move the heel forward as well. So it kind of gives you a much higher degree of control than before. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete this so that it's not getting in the way of the... just to kind of clean up the hierarchy a little bit. Now what we're going to do first is we're going to put an IK handle in the arm. So to do that, you can go to the sub-tab here, rigging, and go to the third icon to create IK handle. Or you can go to... change this to rigging, skeleton, create IK handle. So let's click on that. You want to click the shoulder and then the wrist. Now I've put in an intentional error here. As I move this, you'll see that the joints kind of flail all over the place. So for instance, yep, you can see the hand kind of goes out a little bit and then the IK handle is bending down. Now the reason why that's happening is because of the joint's orientation. Like I said in previous videos, if you haven't got the bend correct or even the heights of the joints correct, it can mess up how the IK handle interacts with the different joints. So what we need to do is we need to kind of go in and move these joints around in order to make it work correctly. So for instance, I'm going to hold down X so it snaps. I'm going to move that joint up, move this joint up. Oops. So that way I know they're all on a level playing field. Move that back down, make sure it's back into place. I think that's about right. Move it down, move it. Yeah, that should be fine. If I try it again now, it should work. Yep, see? Completely perfect. This isn't bending down, it's bending correctly the way we want it to. Now next, let's go on with the leg. So we're going to have 3 IK handles. One to control the ankle to the hips, that way we can bend the knee. One from the ankle to the middle of the toe, so that way we can rotate the back of the foot. And one from the foot to the toe, that way we can bend that up and down as well. So again, I'm going to create an IK handle, go from the ankle to the hip. So now if I move that up, see, the knee comes out. Create another one from the ankle to the foot, and then create one from the toe to the foot here, so you can have a IK handle at the bottom as well. And the main thing is to, again, don't forget to name these. So for instance, we're going to call this like L arm IK, and for the other ones as well, make sure to correctly name these. So this will be the ankle. Okay. This will be the foot L IK, and the last one will be toe L IK. Again, you can name it somewhere however you want to name it. Just make sure it's appropriate for what you need. And then we're going to create some of these nerve shapes. I already have some created myself. These are quite easy to create. You go to create nerve primitives and say a circle. There's one in the middle right now here. And you can scale it up and down. And what you can do as well is if you hold on the right mouse button, you can go to control vertex and you can shape this in any way that you want. So for instance, what I did was I flattened this part out, moved it down just to kind of create that sort of soul shape. Just create 3 of these, one for the heel that will go next to the ankle, you call it L heel, one for the foot, and then one for the toe. Now once you've created these, you might already see right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly center my pivots. Now what I've done is I've actually moved the pivot into different locations. So for instance, with the heel, oops, we're going to press insert, and that allows you to move the pivot. You want to move this one to the middle of the foot, like so, and then press insert to lock it into place. The reason being is because we want to be able to rotate this, IK handle from over here, so that way it kind of bends naturally like a normal foot would. Same with the foot one as well. So you press insert, we want to move this to the back. Insert again, and see, as you can see, it rotates like that, as a real foot would. When you rotate your foot, say for example, if you do it right now, your foot's on the ground, you're gonna rotate it upwards. It rotates from the back of the foot, not the front of the foot. And with the toe, insert, and we're gonna move this into the center again as well. Now, in order for these to actually interact with the IK handles, again, it's all about hierarchy. We're going to be placing these IK handles underneath these nerve shapes to basically make them children of these shapes. So, for instance, the heel, we're going to put that, for instance, the toe IK handle. You want to hold on the middle mouse button and drag that underneath the heel. So now the heel controls the IK handle for the foot. So if I press E right now, rotate it. Oops, I seem to have a bit of an error there. Okay, yes. This is very important. I do forget this myself sometimes. Make sure to, first things first, select all three of your nerve shapes. Go to Modify, Freeze Transformations, and just to be safe, go to Edit, Delete by Type, History. These nerve spheres need to be completely static and at 0, otherwise it's not going to work. So if I do that again, hold on the middle mouse button and drag that under heel. Now if I rotate this again, I'm seeming to have an issue with this at the moment. Okay, so it does. Yes, you can move it. Don't know why the rotation isn't working with this. It should rotate in place. But if we go to the foot, move the ankle into the foot. So now if I select the foot, I can move that up, as you can see. And I should be able to rotate it as well. Yes, it's working for there. For some reason the heel one isn't working. It should work on your end, but for me it's not working. But again, as you saw in my earlier one, it did work. And for the toe, what we want to do is we want to put the toe IK handle underneath that. So now we can rotate this up and down, like so. And that's how you create some basic foot controls and IK handles for your character. I'm not sure why the heel one isn't working. I may need to look into this one, but in theory what's meant to happen is when you rotate this forward, these joints should also move in a particular direction. They should move to around. Oh. Yeah, there seems to be an issue with this particular IK handle here. Might have to redo that, but for the one that I made earlier, it did work. If there's any issues with that one, you can always ask me. But the back foot one is working appropriately, and so is the front foot here as well. The next thing we will be going into for the next video is we will be creating some nerve spheres to actually act as the controller for the hips and also for the controllers for the spine as well.